Alright, from popular demand, I'm gonna do a little video on straightening bells. That's how I'm starting this video. I ain't even gonna say hi or what's up or nothing. Fuck y'all. This is how we're doing this. So I got a few different examples here. I actually prefer open bottom motors just because it makes this process a lot easier. I'm gonna turn on my GoPro here so that you guys can see what's going on the desk too. So a big flathead screwdriver is very good. I'm actually just going to show that to the GoPro because my Sony's not going to focus on it. So yeah, a big flathead screwdriver is very useful. An Allen key or something that can fit inside of a hollow shaft of a motor. And a spare arm is also helpful too, so that if you are prying, you aren't going to chip your nice carbon on your nice arm. So I don't want anyone complaining that they chipped their carbon trying to do this. And so there you go. Get a fucking spare arm and chip that instead. So yeah. Anyways, with open bottom motors, it is super easy. First of all, the main thing is you have to make sure that your motor is bent. These are actually all straight. I've already straightened all my bells. But yeah, first of all, you want to make sure that you actually have a bent bell, and you want to make sure which direction they're bent in. So with some motors on some arms, if the arm is skinny enough, you can actually see the magnets underneath. I hope you can actually see that. But you'd be able to tell if the magnets are getting closer and farther away. So right away you're going to be able to tell if the magnets are super close, then that means the bell is tight there. So that's where you would actually want to pry if the magnets are tight. And that's just the first way of checking. I actually have a few other ways of checking. I'm going to grab a caliper here. Caliper is very helpful for doing this. You can also, if you want, you can just kind of stick your thumb underneath the bell and spin the motor and feel if it's getting tight and loose. And obviously wherever it's tight, that's where you're going to want to stick your flathead underneath, and make sure you're not hitting any windings or anything like that. You got to be really careful. Sometimes it's easier from the front of the arm, all depending on how big the carbon fiber is around. That's why having a spare arm is very helpful too, so that you aren't risking chipping your nice carbon fiber. But you want to just pry on the very edge of the bell and just ever so slightly twist. And then check again with your caliper or feel with your thumb. Sometimes I'll just feel with my thumb when I'm out in the field, and I will actually straighten a bell out in the field like that, just feeling away. You can also, this I wouldn't recommend because you can break your shaft, but you can also tweak your motor in a direction with your Allen key. But I wouldn't recommend that. If you are going to do that, make sure your nut is backed off so that it's holding the top of your shaft together, or put a tall nut on. I have a low profile nut on here. So put a taller nut on so that your shaft is being protected, and then start prying. And I would only pry in with the arm or away with the arm. Also, make sure you have 4 bolts in before you start prying at these. I wouldn't even recommend prying if you only have 2 bolts, or if your other ones are, if your other holes are stripped. I would only do this if you can put 4 screws in, prying at the bottom of your motors. But that is why I am able to fly motors for 6 months without replacing them. I've been flying these same motors. If you go back, you can find the first day I flew these, I still have my 2 spare motors. I still haven't changed these. The bearings are starting to get a little mashed up. You will slowly damage your bearings over time, straightening your bells over and over. Also, I have another drone here with the closed bottom. Now, I have straightened these motors too. but as you can see, I took some side snips and I cut a section out of the bottom of the motor so that I could stick my screwdriver in there and pry away. But it's pretty much the same thing. Also, a good way to also check which way your motors are bent is with a caliper up against the edge. Obviously you would take your prop off and then just spin your motor around and hold your caliper there, spin your motor around and see if it's bent up or down or whatever. It's a lot easier with the prop taken off, obviously. Or another way I've also done it is to go off of a bolt with your caliper and then go to the edge of your shaft and then spin the motor and see if the motor is going in or out. That's another way. But yeah, that is how Reckless keeps his drones in the air for so long without switching motors. But yeah, there you go, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna put this up right now and I'm gonna get out there and flip the bird. I suggest you do the same. If not, I don't know, play some sim or something, go buy some merch from my Teespring and help me celebrate my birthday tomorrow. Buy me a beer, god damn it. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, have a good weekend, everyone. If you're stuck inside and you got a whole box of motors you want to straighten, I just gave you a shit ton of work to do. So get on it. Fix some bells. I hope this is helpful. Obviously it's been super helpful to me. It's been a slow winter, and now with the COVID virus, I won't be buying any new motors anytime soon, so gotta do what you can. It's the same reason why I'm running skid plates, to protect my carbon fiber. You do what you can to keep flying. It is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy, flip the bird. Fuck the